And welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Bentley Brent. We're getting ready here underway. It's the Charleswood Hawks home opener against the St. James Junior Canucks. Both these teams trying to work on what they did last year, and that was have some decent, successful playoff runs. Canucks had a tough loss in a long game 6, the triple overtime at the hands of the Railway Express, and the Railway Express also came back to beat the Hawks in this building here. And a look here at how these teams matched up last year. Lots of goal scoring in between these teams as they managed a total of 38 goals in their 5 head-to-head matches in the regular season last year. And as we get ready to bring you down to ice level here shortly, pretty new looking team here for the Charleswood Hawks. Only 2 returning defensemen, 11 rookies for them. Meanwhile, 8 rookies making their debut here for the St. James Junior Canucks. And as we mentioned, the teams, how they did last year, again, it was the Charleswood Hawks. They were the second best team, coming up just short behind the Twins in the standings. Meanwhile, the Canucks were able to manage to get the rebuild together in time to get into that 6th seed and have a great first round playoff series against the Railway Express. The Railway Express just getting the bounce going their way, though, in what was a good back and forth battle in the playoffs. Puck drop time, 7:30. Again, I'm your host, Bentley Brown, along with my cameraman, Nate Noble. And as we await the teams here to take the ice, MMJHL action got underway the other night. The Twins coming out victorious at St. Vital 2-1 in that closely contested battle. Meanwhile, the Stonewall Jets got the better of the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club, taking them at home 6-0 out in Stonewall. Referee's ready to go, and the Canucks come out of the tunnel here as they take the ice. And as we look, the veteran getting the start here for the Canucks, it'll be Connor Murphy. And Mark Salmon getting the start. Again, the veteran, as he has been for the Charleswood Hawks as they come out of the tunnel. Head-to-head last year was pretty close. Again, like I said, back and forth, high-scoring games. Canucks had the Charleswood Hawks had the upper hand in that, winning the head-to-head matches 3-2 as we await the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stop, rise, and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And we'll look at the starting lineups here. Coming out here on the ice to start it off, they got the veteran line here for the Hawks, so exactly what you would expect with Sieber and Lewis coming out, as well as Briggs on the wing. Galvinia, the D-man, as well as the rookie Tate Donlinski. And with that, puck dropped and into the zone we go. Pushed around behind the net. St. James working it back to the point. There's a shot through traffic. Won't go. Another opportunity. And the Canucks, they'll work around in their own zone. Phillips plays it ahead. And jammed up ice. Quickly played into the zone of the reach of Briggs. And that one skips all the way down ice and waved off. Galvinia first one on it for the Hawks. Galvinia in behind the net. He gets taken down. And into the slot. Backhander. Loose puck in front. Picked up by Charleswood. Charleswood. They'll ice that one all the way down. Masaba now with the puck. He'll play it ahead. And here come the Canucks on the near side. Pass to Arneson won't go. Off a couple sticks. Tic-tac-toe. And that puck works its way beside Murphy. And he'll jam away at. Traverse trying to work at that one. Now back to the point. Shot through traffic. And that one misses the mark. Arneson on the near side. He'll jam that ahead. Hawks come free with the puck at the neutral zone. Stevenson works it into the zone. Gives chase. Puts that one back. Walking in. Firing. And just getting enough of that one is Murphy as that goes up and out of play. Here's a look at the replay as Trans Traverse with a great opportunity as the puck comes around to his stick and off the shoulder of Murphy up into the netting. So a quick start as we're not even 90 seconds in here to this one. Off the draw. Both these teams ready to go. Long stretch pass. Won't work. And that one now picked up here by the Hawks. Hawks now making their way head ice and into the zone. Losing control of it. Now through traffic. Circling around. Trying to center that one is Franklin. And that one won't work for him. Jamming at the loose puck. In behind the net. And that clears an air pass. And gloved and held by Murphy at 18:07. So some quick offensive pressure here coming from the Hawks after the Canucks won the opening draw and were able to keep it decently in the Hawks zone. Couldn't get too many scoring opportunities. They had one play that was loose in front of Salmon, and as the referee calls Everett back onto the ice here. Again, one here by the Hawks. Shot through traffic, wide of the goal. In behind. St. James working it on the near side. Everett now with it. He'll work it in all the way to the far side. Scooped up. And Nichols can't get that one out. Loose puck now. Played ahead through traffic. Charleswood trying to get it out here in defensive zone. Big hit behind the goal. Jamming at it. And now free with the puck momentarily. And quickly back into the zone. Worked ahead. And Salmon's going to go and smother that. All over him there was Nicholas Collin. And here's a look at the hit behind the goal as the physicality getting in between these two teams. And Jordy will quickly go off. A couple late changes here. And Anderson loses the draw. Now worked ahead. Can't get that one out of the zone. Quick shot from the tight angle. Salmon gets enough of that one. Net pops up. I'm going to say lands on the moorings. And with that, Charleswood clears the zone. And that one worked offside. And Charleswood able to tag up before dishing it in deep. Ahead to Brooks. Now Brooks here to work it ahead for the Canucks. Galvinia scoops it up for his team as he goes right over across the center logo to the far side into the zone. Charleswood in behind the goal, trying to work it back to the point. Galvinia steps into that one, deflected in front, just wide of the goal. Charleswood continuing here with the offensive pressure. Across, Brooks trying to work it out of the zone, and again, that won't go for him. Battle at the boards. And that one continues on there. Gets out of the zone, put right back in. And Warsaba able to clear it out. And all the way down the ice as Kunitz plays it on before going for a change. Hawks now in their own zone. Trying to set up the breakout. And that one broken up by a stick there off of Canuck. Phillips can't hold that one at the line. And he'll regroup here at center ice. Puck cleared in. Salmon leaves that one. And on the near side, Sieber digging at it as they continue trying to work that one free. Phillips now walks into that one off a stick and up into the netting. 15:52 showing on the clock. 0-0 here in between the Hawks and the Canucks in the opening frame. And off the drop, puck one, Jordy plays that across, and Phillips couldn't get much of a shot there wide of the goal. And on the near side, Sieber, he'll stretch the ice. Walking in come the Hawks, firing, and Lewis couldn't get a shot away there off a stick of a Canuck. Canucks trying to work it out. And here comes St. James with three. Played into the zone. Back, and that loose puck there now picked up on an aired pass by Briggs. And he'll clear it across to Sieber. Sieber walks in, goes on the wraparound, holds with it, and they can't hold that one into the zone. Johnson works it across to Everett. And he'll try and play that one up off a couple sticks. Stevenson giving chase. Icing waved off. Stevenson battle against a couple Canucks with it. Battling continuing on here. Worked across at the line. Hawks can't hold it. Charleswood clears it in as Vigorson tags at the line. Tries to make a play on the puck. And that one's going to come out. Everett now with it. He'll work ahead on the near side. Chipped in by Traverse. And now calmed down here by Collin and the Canucks in their own zone. Stretch pass won't go. Picked up and worked in by the Hawks. Glove down and a hand pass is the call at 14:21. As Caden Osterman skates out, the Canucks captain, as they appear now here ready to go for the draw. Off the draw, Charleswood. They'll take that in with Galvinia. He'll put on the brakes. Work it now in, Traverse giving chase. And Verison, he'll work that ahead. Picked up now here by Wilson. He'll try and clear that for the Canucks. And that just gets out of the zone. Canucks pressing on. And Osterman couldn't work it across. Here's an opportunity for Charleswood with numbers. Galvinia puts on the brakes. Makes a great move there. Walks in, firing. And got his feet taken out of him. Charleswood couldn't get a shot away. Stevenson now goes back after the loose puck. He can't get a play on it. Galvinia scoops it up instead. And off the glass and ahead. As they're changing out the defensive pairs here for the Hawks. And Stevenson will turn that one right back over. Galvinia able to work that one out. Skips over the stick of Dick. And he'll play that across. Now worked into the zone here. Loose puck picked up by Charleswood. Charleswood trying to calm it down here in their own zone. They got an opportunity now to make it head ice. Going through traffic. Picked up and played ahead by the three of Murphy. Into the zone. Kirkowitz can't get that one out. Picked up by the Canucks. Canucks misplay that. Here's the opportunity for the Charleswood Hawks. Walking in. And James Franklin gets poke checked there. Great opportunity on the breakaway. Back to the point. And that shot doesn't get through for Van Alstyne. Going the other way here. Come the blue of the St. James Canucks. They'll just clear that in on Salmon. And he'll hold on for a whistle at 12:36 as the physicality starting to go amp up here in this one. And here's a nice little deke move here by Galvinia. Salmon now ready, coming here for the draw on his left. And before he can do that, they'll have to change out the centerman here for Charleswood. Off the draw, shot through traffic. That one blocked. Here's an opportunity going the other way for the Canucks with two. And Phillips able to get his stick on that pass to break it up. Picked up by Charleswood. Centering. And no one home to get a stick on that one. Great tie-up. And Arneson now going the other way. Works it across. Firing. Salmon down. And somehow that one didn't go in the back of the net. He had the whole net of Salmon worked out of to cut down the angle as Arneson quickly works that ahead into the zone. Comes Werfel, and that one paddled away by the Hawks goalkeeper. Quickly out of the zone for Charleswood. And they'll work it in behind the goal with 8 gone in the opening frame. Escape for the loose puck picked up by Charleswood, now walking the line, and they're going to say onside. Into the zone. Canucks work that one free. And now can they get it out? They'll calm it down, clear that one ahead, and now played quickly ahead into the zone by Gargino. Loose puck, Everett now with it. He gets tied up at the line and plays that one offside as he continues going at it a little bit there with Buffalo. 11:21 on the clock. Here's the best chance of the night here for the Canucks. And Salmon went way out. There's an opportunity. Had the empty goal. And couldn't find the netting on that one to put it in the open cage. Elliott Lewis ready to go here in the draw. And the Canucks able to clear that one all the way down the ice. Salmon, he'll play that one. Wait with it across to Gavinia, aired pass. And quickly jumping on that one is the first Canuck back. Now working it the other way. Gavinia plays that across and into the zone. And sorry about that. That was my bad on the missed power play here as it gets underway here for the Hawks. As Sieber now with it. He'll work it back to the line. Galvinia fell on the shot, and the Canucks able to clear that one all the way down the ice. Galvinia now from behind his own goal. He'll work it ahead ice to Sieber. Sieber gets by one guy. Walks in. He's got numbers with him. And that one deflected just wide of the goal on the power play opportunity. Battle for the puck picked up here by the Hawks. And Sieber couldn't connect there, picking that one up from Lewis. Stevenson now with it. Lewis centers. And Lewis through traffic. Elliott Lewis couldn't connect. Galvinia now with it at the point. He'll work it down low. 45 to go on the man advantage. In tight behind the goal. Lewis has shot. And slamming the door on that one is Murphy. Back to the point. Galvinia, he'll work that one across. Stevenson plays that down low. And the pass there won't go. Galvinia scoops it up at center ice. 25 to go on the man advantage. Quickly into the zone. And that one gloved and held for a whistle. 9:40 on the clock, 19 seconds remaining on the man advantage. The power play for the Charleswood Hawks last year, 18.3%. Meanwhile, the penalty kill for the St. James Junior Canucks last season, 85.6. Off the draw. Canucks can't work it out. Back to the point. Kirkowitz, he'll work that across to Van Alstyne and right back. Kirkowitz shot through traffic, reaching up for the glove is Murphy to hold on for the whistle at 9:30. And there's the replay off the draw. Kirkowitz works it across, gets it right back. Tries to go top shelf on the glove side and can't beat the leather. And Morrison gets waved from the draw. Stevenson comes in. Controlled here by St. James. They'll work it to the far side. Kirkowitz plays it in behind the goal. And the man advantage has expired. 3 shots. And quickly onto the ice. Working it through traffic is Gallagher. And right out of the box. Walking in, backhand. Jamming away at it. And it's still loose. And there might be some extracurricular activity. They were right in front of Salmon. As they're still going at it, the linesmen getting their work done as the refs stay out of the dirty business there and now come in to assist. 9:05 on the clock and another great opportunity there for Mike Gallagher coming out of the penalty box, and here's a quick look at that as makes a nice jump across the defenseman, works it to the backhand, great opportunity, and no one home. A couple bodies there to clean it up, but they can't put it in the cage. And then we'll get our penalty calls coming here shortly from the referee. If a couple of roughing maybe, or are they just gonna leave it be? And they're gonna bring the face-off out of the zone here. And the Canucks wanting a change, they're not gonna get it now. So we get ready to go. Off the draw, Galvinia, he'll scoop that one up. Tries to play it ahead off a couple sticks. Worked all the way down. St. James on the near side. Phillips with it. He'll work that cross ice and off the glove. And that's going to be a hand pass as Turner tags up on that puck at 8:47. 0-0 in this one. Great opportunities at both ends of the ice. Couple breakaways as we get ready to go. And the Canucks changing up their centerman. Off the draw, glove down by Galvinia. He'll work it ahead. Skirmish for it continues on in front of the Charles Wood bench. Coming free now are the Hawks. They'll work it to the near side before turning up ice and in through traffic. Turner, he'll work it down low. Balfour continues on, and now coming free with it is Brooks as he goes through traffic. Can't take the puck with him. And Brooks comes free with that. Now St. James in behind the Charles Wood goal. Battle continuing on. 8 to go in the opening frame. And great control there as the Hawks are now able to pick it up. And here they have an opportunity. 2-on-1 walking in Turner. And a great save there. And here's the opportunity going the other way for the Canucks as Kunitz walks into a sea of white jerseys, and that'll be the end of that opportunity. Loose puck picked up now here by Charles Wood, or by St. James. Shot through traffic, wide of the goal, rebound. And Salmon hugging that post in through traffic. Trying to work that one ahead. And Werfel now. He continues battling with it. A couple other blue jerseys come in to help him out. Battle continues on the near side boards. Loose puck picked up by St. James. Centering off a Charles Wood stick. And that clears the zone. Hawks able to get some fresh bodies out there. As quickly ahead as St. James trying to catch the Hawks on the change. And that one off the stick of Kirkowitz and out of play. Here's a look at the 2-on-1 opportunity going the other way for Turner. And again, off the lumber there of Murphy. Great opportunity. Back at the other end of the ice, ready to go. Gallagher gets waved from the draw. Or correction there, and yeah, Osterman walks in to that one. Pad save on the opportunity. That one comes out. Jamming at it and quickly out of the zone. Now worked ahead. And Samalcha's shot is gloved and held on. As Salmon gets the whistle at 6:39. 0-0 game. Great chances coming in spurts here for these two teams, as they were definitely ready to go here to start off the regular season. No slump. Quick opportunity from Jordy. That shot doesn't get through. Kerkowitz, first one on that one. One of the pickups here that this Hawks team made last year in their push from the Seven Oaks Junior Hockey Club. Battle for it on the near side. Big hit. Samacha, he'll play that across. Gallagher fires, and that one wide. Jordy to scoop it up, and up into the netting, and out of play at 6:09. And here's a look there as St. James trying to connect here on the hit, get the physicality going, and Hawks guy able to get low enough to get underneath that one. Colin in on the draw, ready to go. Scott Ward set in on the wing. Battle for it, kicked ahead, and Galvinia to the far side. Works it off a couple sticks. Sieber comes in as backup as Briggs works that one in and around behind the goal. Back to the point for Galvinia. Galvinia works it across. And shot through traffic. Murphy gets enough of that one. And now Osterman trying to turn fortunes here for his team as Osterman walks in. Ken Osterman fires that one wide of the goal. Holding it at the line is the Canucks. Canucks work it to the far side. On the near side now. Sieber works it ahead. Big hit. Continuing on with his Briggs as he'll clear it into the zone, in on goal. And a change here coming for the Hawks. As we work our way nearer into the back quarter of this game, 5:24 on the clock. And it will be Nathan Morrison's line coming out here for the Hawks, ready to go with the offensive opportunity here. And he'll win the draw back. Soaking around, back to Everett. Everett works it down low to Morrison. Morrison circles. And now he'll get it right in front, jamming away at it. Arneson now comes free here for St. James. And Arneson clears that into the zone. Loose puck. Hawks trying to jam that ahead forward, and just out of the reach, deflected. Then they're going to say that's enough to wave off the icing. Battle for the puck. Coming now free with it is Franklin. James Franklin trying to center it. And now controlled here on the near side as the Canucks quickly work ahead. Tristan Arneson plays across ice and into the zone. Through traffic, continuing on to St. James. Morrison trying to get a stick on that one. And battle down low. Stretch pass. Doesn't quite connect here as the Hawks slow it down. Here's a little bit of a 2-on-2 action as they'll slide it across. And down low, Charleswood. They'll have to circle back here as they play it back to the point. Kirkwood says shot through traffic, and that one off the blocker. Charleswood definitely with the upper hand here in this one. Although some great chances in spurts for the Canucks, they haven't been able to connect as they'll work it out of the defensive zone. And that long stretch pass off a couple sticks. Kirkowitz connects with it now here as he'll work it across. And now ahead out of the zone comes Charleswood. Charleswood walks in, firing that one as Stevenson tries to pick up his own rebound, won't go. Bouncing puck, settled down. And that centering pass won't go. Another backhanded opportunity wide of the goal. St. James calming it down as they look to turn ahead ice. As Anderson able to work it out of the zone. Kirkowitz works it back to Stevenson. Stevenson takes a bump from Kunitz right in front of his own bench. And now making their way up Broadway, here come the Hawks with 3 to go in the opening frame. Quick shot there, blocked. Rebound picked up and worked in. And now back to the point for Everett. He'll work that across direction as a traverse that plays that one in. Picked up by Murphy as he tries to set something up for his team. Kunis clears it in, and a change coming here for both teams as some fresh legs for the Canucks. 2:43 on the clock here in this one. Both teams knotted up at 0 apiece. Goaltenders have been perfect, and when they haven't been, the defense stepping in here to tie up any loose opportunities. Salmon now prepares to the draw from his left. And his Hawks will win that one. Working it behind him. Galvinia works it up to Traverse. Traverse on the near side. They'll work it across. Charleswood into the attack zone. And in through traffic. Back to the point for Galvinia. Galvinia tries to get past a couple Hawks. Or Canucks there. Ferguson, he'll pick that one up to Galvinia. Backhander just over the goal. 2 to go here in the frame. Worked into the zone as the Canucks, or as the Hawks, mind you that. Change up their defensive pairing. Ferguson now with it. He'll work it in behind the goal. There's an opportunity, and a great opportunity from Traverse is played up into the netting at 155. Here's a look. This one just missing the top corner as the Hawks definitely have had a couple more opportunities in the attack zone than the Canucks. Charleswood again winning the draw here in the attack zone as Sieber has the puck worked away from him by the Canucks captain. Broken stick on the play or net guard that came loose as Osterman plays that ahead. On the near side, Charleswood in trouble in their own zone as Cullen able to work that one to Osterman. And the battle coming free with that bouncing puck. And now Sieber with it. Sieber quickly ahead for the Hawks. Walks in, fires, and off the glove. Osterman now. He'll work it ahead. Cullen off the back end. Van Alsten, he'll play it to the far side for Charleswood. And that pass off the mark. And a stretch pass for St. James into the zone. Wide of the goal as we enter the final minute of the opening frame of this 0-0 tie in behind the goal. Charleswood trying to set something up here for a quick goal before the frame. And ahead on the near side from Morrison. Wilson gives chase as they get taken down. Play continues on. St. James trying to pin the Hawks guy against the boards, and now picked up here. St. James walks into the zone. Arneson now in front of the goal looking for the pass. It looks like from Warfel. Warfel now with the puck off his stick. Hawks with 17 seconds to go. They step into the zone. Franklin plays it in, goes for a change. In all the way around. Back at the point for Galvinia. He can't hold on to it. And with 4 to go, they'll just be played ahead. And trying to get a whack at Salmon. Will freeze it at the horn. 0-0 after the opening frame. Done here from the Iroquois Arena. So the Hawks with a total of 13 shots, 10 for the St. James Junior Canucks. One man advantage opportunity, and that went to the Charleswood Hawks. They had 3 shots on goal, could not beat Connor Murphy. And with that, we'll see you all following the opening intermission, and we'll take, actually, before you go there, we can take a quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard. 2 other games on here in the MMJHL. And your scores from those, it's the Transcona Railer Express up 1-0 with 5 to go in the opening frame. Brzezinski with the opening goal in that one. And the Twisters and Royal Knights 0-0 after the opening frame. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brownlaw, with my cameraman, Nate Noble. And we'll see you all in a little bit here following the opening intermission. 0-0 in between the Hawks and Junior Canucks. And as we get ready to go here for period number 2, one period in the books, 0-0 shots, 13-10 in favor of the Hawks in their home opener. They were 0 for 1 on the power play, and those difference of those 3 shots coming on that power play. But Murphy standing strong as we get ready to go here. Calling in the draw as he gets ready to face his opponent. And that will be of the captain, Lewis. There's Elliot Lewis in on the draw. Ready to go. And we are underway. Period number 2. Quickly worked ahead by the Canucks. Canucks work it in behind the goal. Charleswood. They'll play it out to the far side for Lewis. And that long stretch pass to Briggs won't go. Now Briggs into the zone across. Gets it right back. And he couldn't center that one. Loose puck. Hawks. They'll regroup in their own zone. Circling back. Quickly ahead off the stick of Sieber. Sieber now stays with it. Walks in. Fires. And just off the mark there. Great opportunity as the Hawks come out flying. Bouncing puck off a glove. Continues on. Into the zone comes Colin. Colin through traffic. Walks in. Puts it up. Great opportunity. Couldn't get the shot away from his knees. Now working it the other way through traffic. Puck worked back and forth. Battle continues on the near side. Hawks have to be careful on the change as Jordy works it ahead to Colin. Colin in front, and they couldn't get the backhand. Held at the zone, great work. As Stevenson tries to break it up, Arneson now with it. He'll leave it back to the point, shot through traffic. And the goaltender getting all of that one. Loose rebound. Charleswood trying to work it ahead. Fingerson with it. He takes a knee and ahead into the zone. And Barsaba puts that one over the goal. Worked ahead now by Ryland Murphy. Arneson now centers that one. Charleswood clears the zone for the time being. Ryland Murphy now with it. Murphy circling around, watched by a couple Hawks. And Galvinia trying to pick that puck up, gets past him. He'll run into Murphy and quickly ahead. Warfall, he'll leave that one back. And a blocker save on the opportunity from Tristan Arneson. As the battle continues, Charleswood now in their own zone, trying to clear it out. As that puck worked now in onto the near side. Hawks ahead and out of the zone, all the way down. We'll have enough for icing. Great chance, and looked like he had the edge. Was chance traverse, but they won't give it to him. It'll be an icing coming down to the other side here by 17:39 remaining in the opening frame. And as we're ready to go, following icing, quick shot and pad save on the opportunity. Gets cleared all the way down the ice. And be icing again. (17:29) and the Hawks coming out with a great opportunity to start the frame, and after that it's been all Canucks. Off the draw. Canucks circling around, trying to feed that in front. Loose puck smothered up by Salmon. And Van Alstyne comes on to the ice, along with Kirkowitz. And the centerman now as Morrison ready to go in on the draw for the Hawks. Picked up here, back to the point for Wilson. His shot through traffic, doesn't get through. Rebound. St. James staying with it. Wilson chases down the shot that was wide of the goal. In behind the goal. Turning and firing. Can't find the mark there. Wilson works it right back to the other side. And Osterman plays that up off a couple sticks out of play. As opening three gone here in the second period. And St. James now changing up their line. As Galen Smacha walks in to the circle, wins it back to Wilson. And the pass across, shot in behind the goal. Picked up by Charleswood. Charleswood, they'll get it out of the zone momentarily. Fired back right into the zone by St. James. Hawks in their own zone. As they've been under duress for the last 2 minutes. And quickly ahead on the pass off the mark. Skirmish with it. Staying with it is Charleswood. Kirkowitz with it from the point. He'll work it down low. Trying to find the feed as the Hawks set it up in tight as Morrison won't go. Kirkowitz with it. And off his stick. Off Kirkowitz and now cleared all the way down the ice. Kirkowitz plays that across. And now picked up. And Samacha's shot there across from Phillips. Worked into the corner boards and quickly ahead by Charleswood as they'll work it in and they'll look for a change. St. James here playing it back across for Phillips in their own zone. Phillips now with it. Works it ahead out of the zone. Quickly jumping on the puck. Gallagher now with it. Fires that one in. Pad save. Rebound. And no one connecting there. Let's see what the Hawks can do going the other way. As they'll walk in. Firing that one off the stick. Great opportunity for Turcotte. And that one won't go at the line. As Charleswood tries to work that one in and going back to give chase is Hayden Turner. Turner now with it. He'll work it back. And quickly ahead here comes Charleswood. And Charleswood watching the line. Turcotte couldn't get a shot away. Works through and tight angle. Opportunity picked up now here by Charleswood, or big hit by Turcotte to break that one free. As he tries to get a stick on it. Turcotte now with it. All alone, fires it in, rebound. And Turner just a couple strides behind. He can't pick that one up. Long stretch pass, and that's enough for an icing at 14:35. I'm your host, Benny Brown, along with my cameraman, Nate Noble. As we reach the midway mark here in this game, both teams skating hard, having great opportunities. Goaltenders, perfect so far. Off the draw. Arneson waits for the puck to come to him before turning ahead ice. Kicked ahead. Arneson trying to get that one back. He'll stumble. Phillips though backs him out. And he'll work that into the zone now. Lewis with it in his own zone. Harassed by a couple of blue sweaters before making his way ahead ice. And here come the Hawks with numbers, working it in behind the goal. Loose puck. Sieber trying to scoop that one up in his feet. Picked up by Cullen. And now Jordy now with it. Jordy gets that one out of the zone. Briggs. And he stays strong, doesn't get bumped off the puck as he'll work it to Galvinia. Galvinia in behind the goal. Hawks pick it up as they'll now calm it down and quickly out of the zone comes Charleswood. Briggs, he'll pass it across. Sieber now with it, fires that one wide of the goal. Kirkowitz now with it, fires it again, just off the mark as that one goes wide. Here's an opportunity. All alone is Colin. Colin walks in, backhand forehand, puts on the brakes, takes out the goaltender. There's going to be a whack after, and nothing more to follow. So another breakaway here at the far end of the ice, and this one a decently clear shot for St. James. Great defensive work to come back, though, by the Hawks and try and take the shot away from Colin as he makes his way to the bench. as we get ready to go again at 13-19. Off the draw. St. James with it. Trying to work it to the point. Quick shot through traffic, won't go. That one comes out of the zone. And where Saba plays it across to Werfel. Quickly ahead. Osterman puts on the brakes. Loses the puck though with it. As Warsaba works it right back into the zone. Charleswood calming it down on the far side. Warsaba now with it. He'll work it on the near side for Murphy. Murphy plays that ahead off the stick of Caden Osterman. Kirkell's on the near side, trying to work it ahead. Quickly now into the zone. Traverse walks in, puts on the brakes, spins around. He's got Vigorson cutting towards the goal. Battle for it continues on. Warsaba plays it back and held at the point though by the Hawks. Traverse plays it down low. Warsaba and ahead to Caden Osterman. Canucks trying to work it ahead. Big hit in front of the Canucks bench. Murphy now with it. Long stretch pass. Off the mark. A great hustle there, but no, it's going to be an icing called. As they're going to say Caden Buffalo did not have the angle. So 11:59 to go. And as we talked about, these two teams combining for 38 goals, 20 and 18 in favor of the Charleswood Hawks last year. Kind of more of a style of a hockey game I like here. Good goaltender battle, good physical, great scoring opportunities, but a close game where goals come at nothing but a premium. And off the draw, St. James trying to break the ice in this one. Samacha with it. Through traffic, picked up by Sieber. Sieber on the far side. And he takes a shot from behind. It'll be a power play opportunity number 2 of the night. And there might be some more activity here. They'll calm down. So just the cross check. And Sieber draws the penalty. And there's a look at the cross check at the back end of the play. So Jace Anderson, or correction there. It's going to be Gavin Sumich on the cross check. Power play opportunity number 2 of the night for the Hawks. They win the draw 0 for 1 with 3 shots on the opening opportunity. Quick try there. Echoes wide of the goal. Ferguson now with it. He'll try and center it. Charleswood setting it up. Back to the point for Galvinia. Galvinia, he'll play it across. Ferguson, he can't work that one on the centering play. Battle continuing on with it, and that one gets cleared all the way down the ice. Loose puck now, in behind the goal. Calm down here as the Hawks make an aired pass, and Werfel fires that one right back in, trying to kill some more time off. .112 to go on the man advantage as that puck worked into the zone. Hawks through traffic, can't take the puck with it, and the road blockade set up by Carter Jordy works to perfection as that gets cleared all the way down the ice. Hawks without a shot on goal on the man advantage on the second opportunity. Morrison, he'll work that one past Phillips, picked up by Stevenson, centering, and a great opportunity in the slot won't go. Back to the point. Kirkowitz, he'll play that across. And Jordy quickly on that one, bangs that one around to the far side. Kirkowitz, and great work on him by Osterman. Can't get it out of the zone though, bouncing puck in the slot. Canucks able to work that ahead. Here comes Osterman. Osterman, he'll work it ahead. He's got a couple numbers as Gallagher was with him. Now calmed down by the Hawks. 10 to go on the man advantage. And a little bit miscommunication as Stevenson comes back to pick that one up. Plays it down low for Morrison. And Morrison skates around. No shots on the man advantage. Back to even strength. 0 for 2 are the Hawks on the man advantage. There's an opportunity at the doorstep. That one slams shut. There's a deflection wide. Doesn't quite make it to the goal. as Morrison circles around through traffic. Loose puck. Charleswood down low and trying to fire that one in on goal. Won't go from a tough angle for James Franklin, and it's going to get iced as we're in the back half of this hockey game here. 0-0. Couple of power play opportunities for Charleswood along the way. And they'll get ready to go. Guarino in on the draw, taking on Osterman. And that puck, one ahead. Battle for it continues on. And that one powered away from Stevenson's opportunity. Stevenson stays with it, fires, and can't beat the flashy leather of Connor Murphy. And here's a look at that opportunity there. And Murphy stretches out to flash the leather at 8:57. Off the draw, Charleswood. They'll work it down low. Picked up now by Werfel, and he'll try and work it to the far side. Turnover. Battle for the loose puck. And Werfel now with it. Out of the zone. And continuing to push ahead are the Canucks. And they're a little bit too light on that. And fanning on it, spinning around here is Charleswood. Trying to calm down that loose puck. Walking in at the doorstep, and again slamming the door on the opportunity there from Turner. Charleswood circling around in their own zone. Galvinia draws another penalty. And possibly some extracurricular activity. They thought maybe a knee happened right there at the whistle as Riley Murphy took a little bit of a knee. So as take a look here at the replay of the slash and call. And there's the slash. There's what they were hoping would be a knee for St. James to try and even it out here a little bit. Nevertheless, Hawks back on the man advantage as Madden Parnell makes his way to the box for the 2 minutes, guilty of the slash. Morrison set, ready to go as we await the draw. 8:08 on the clock. Kirkowitz now, he'll work that across. Charleswood now, working it down low, back to the point. Kirkowitz's shot and jamming at it loose in front. Murphy stays strong the whole time. And back with the action off the draw. The Canucks trying to clear. And some tic-tac-toe works its way out for Ward. Ward all alone tries to go backhand. And glove down played by Salmon. Picked up now by Jordy, who started that opportunity on the breakout to Ward. 90 seconds remaining of the third man advantage here for Stevenson and crew as he dodges around the circle, decides to go behind the goal, stays with it, fires, scores! And this one is broken open. Striking first is the Hawks on the man advantage. Stevenson finds the back of the net, walked in, circled around, fires at home, and the ice is broken on the third power play opportunity of the game. And here's a quick look at the replay as Stevenson just circles all the way around. And he's able to fire that one home. Canucks in their own zone, trying to push it ahead. On the near side, cleared all the way down. Galvinia, he'll go and give chase. Can't get it out. And Eisen waved off. Great opportunity. And then just getting enough of a stick on that one from Sieber. As back to the point. Quickly trying to jump on it here is the Canucks. So Kirkwood's an all-star in getting the assist. Puck worked into the zone. Sieber walks in, fires, and able to put his pad behind, his glove behind that one so it doesn't trickle in. And here's that opportunity from Sieber as he walks in. Murphy able to put his glove back there, trying to make sure he doesn't let another one in after just giving up that one moments ago. So 6:20 on the clock. And the score in this one broken open by Stevenson on the power play. And we got a penalty coming up here. So the first power play opportunity here of the game for the Canucks. Here's a look at the slash. And it will be Stevenson. So Stevenson gets the goal to get them ahead and now finds his way in the sin bin for 2 minutes. Power play for the Canucks last year, 21.9%. As they'll hold that one at the line, work it in behind the goal. 6 minutes on the clock here in the frame and smothered up by Salmon. And off the draw. Parnell now with it. Trying to make up. Here's the man in the box for the last penalty. As Parnell stays with it. Plays it across. And that one hit out with a couple high sticks. They continue on as Parnell circles around. Stays with it. Into the slot. And Jordy's shot. Couldn't find the net there. Back to the point. Phillips to Parnell. Fires. And no one home on the rebound. Great opportunity. Parnell with it again. 1:15 on the man advantage. There's a shot through traffic. And a couple shots after as Salmon covers up the rebound. As these two teams continued on as there's no love lost in between both of them. As Eric Salmon makes his way, or correction there, Mark Salmon makes his way out to the corner there to get away from the skirmishes here at 5:17 remaining in the frame, and triple ones on Salmon's penalty as take a look there as it looks like Brooks there trying to find that number there, the 16, as he gets ushered away, or can't say if that's Brooks or Wolfaro. And might be Werfel. He's going to go to the box. Seeing if that's a trying to read the blocky numbers of the Canucks jerseys there. It looks like it is the 12 of Werfel. So Johnson also gets the rough as well, and the scorekeeper will be the only one in between them as they're both in the sin bin. Ready to go off the draw. And that one cleared all the way down, so be 1 minute left here, a power play opportunity. And Murphy will quickly have to jam that one ahead. The Hawks were gaining down on him. Into the zone. Trying to work it to Osterman, won't go. Foul for the puck. Canucks center. And they couldn't get their flat blade of the stick on that one. They'll work it at the line. And Warsaba's opportunity there is cleared around by the Hawks as they'll work it down to the final 30 seconds of Stevenson's penalty. On the near side, St. James working it ahead. Battle through traffic. Cleared all the way down. Osterman gives chase. Loose puck. Arneson works it down low for Kidd and Osterman. Osterman with it. Into the feet of Tristan Arneson. Arneson back to the point. Warsaba's shot over the goal. Samoucha on the rebound. Trying to pick that one up. And we're back to even strength. Stevenson back on the ice. Jamford continues on off a couple sticks. Brooks can't get his stick on it. That comes out of the zone. Where Saba now with it into the zone through traffic, stays with it. Fires that one off the glove. And a quick whistle by the referee. As Salmon trying to glove that one out of the air. He got his glove on it, wasn't able to squeeze that one and make the complete catch there as the referee with the quick whistle will get ready to go. 3:38 on the clock. Stevenson with the lone goal, splitting these two teams. There's an opportunity, rebound, and it's in the net. The Canucks have knotted this one back up here. And Tyson Kunitz, with his first MMJHL goal, finds the back of the goal. And they'll make sure he keeps that puck. Here's a look at the rebound, or the replay, sorry. They win the draw. Phillips fires that one in, and sitting there on the doorstep, ready to fire it home, is Tyson Kunitz. Kirkowitz now with it. Feltz is able to work that ahead. Canucks firing that one in, and that one pinged up the iron. They almost got 2 goals there. That would have been a matter of 13 seconds apart. Quickly ahead is the 13 of Car Jordy as he brushes off a knee before getting bumped down by Lewis, the Hawks captain. And here comes Charleswood trying to even it back out and regain their edge. Battle for the puck continuing on. And here with numbers, Purnell can't catch up to that one. Ward picks it up off the stick of Cullen and couldn't sell it down. Charleswood walks in, backhand. Had everything beat but the goaltender. Long stretch pass off the mark. Jordy with it. Parnell. He'll work it across. Krokveltz now. And Turcourt can't get a stick on that one. It'll be an icing. And with that, we saw St. James just ring one off the iron. And here's a look at the Hawks with their opportunities. So 2 close opportunities at either end of the ice following the game-tying goal in this one coming from Tyson Kunitz. 2:23 to go here in the second period. I'm your host, Bentley Brantlaw, with your cameraman, Nate Noble. As the Canucks fire that one wide of the goal. Quickly back to the point. Wilson. He'll work it down low. Gallagher plays it back, and he'll receive it right back onto his stick before working it to the far side. And shot through traffic. Got lost in the sea of bodies, but Wilson able to hold it at the line, works it back to the far side. And Galvinia has both sevens jumping on the puck. He'll try and work it ahead as the threes go at it. Puck comes back into the zone. Kirkowitz works it ahead. And Turcotte gets it out of the zone. Wilson now with it. He'll turn that one over. Quickly ahead for the Canucks. As the Hawks now. Guringo with it. He gets taken down and he goes through a little bit of a skirmish there. Hawks stay with it. Firing that one in on goal won't go. 1:20 remaining. Battle continues on. Trying to get a stick on that one is Charleswood. As they stay strong. And the Canucks box there wants a penalty on the trip. There's opportunity working in front. Again, the stick's tied up. Great work here by St. James as we're in the final minute here. Big hit And they're going to get a scrum going now. And we got Gallagher going at it. He's got fisticuffs going with the 15 of Dolowski. And Dolowski gets thrown down by Gallagher as they continue to go at it. And see if we get one more takedown. And there we go. This time, getting the better of that one was Tate Dowinski. Much to the cheer here of the Hawks benches. So plenty of penalties here to sort out for the referees as everyone tries to find their own buckets and their own mitts. As the players get ushered away next to the cheering of their fans, and they're still going at it, throwing haymakers in. There's the 14 of the Canucks, Brady Thorson, and he's got some haymakers going on and trying to get the crowd going. There is Gallagher, and we'll see. We might have another go at it. As exiting the ice is Caden Buffalo. And down at the bottom of that was the 23 of Tyson Van Alstyne, who was, oh, correction, there was the 27 of Lucas Turcotte, who was taking a couple of haymakers. And as the referee pulls out his card here, and the pencils start going, Stevenson in the box, same with Turcotte, as Stevenson was in there moments ago and waiting outside. The circle, of course, is Osterman and Lewis. We'll take a quick look here at the hit. And right there's a hit as Turcotte just goes out, and I can't see the number of the Canuck he got. It looked like it was the 27 of Gallagher. So it was the two 27s colliding as they go and sort out in between the mitts, gloves, helmets, and sticks, and the linesmen ushering the players away here, making sure behind, that's off the camera in the corner there, is the referee's explaining it here to Osterman as well as Elliot Lewis. So Caden Osterman's got his 2 cents from the referee, and he'll go to his bench here to give the verdict to Ryan Dick, their head coach. As another Canuck comes in for some more information. Looks like Werfel wants some clarification. 50 seconds right on the dot. 1-1 game. And as we talked about the physicality amping up, well, there we go. As a couple Canucks at Selmacha, and that's again out of the frame of the camera. And Michael Firth making their way back. They were right in front. You can see them top of your screen now. They were right in front of the Hawks bench. As they're having a little bit of a chat with some of the Hawks. The linesmen not having any of that, ushering them away. So far, just the Turcotte in the box on the hit, and as well as the retaliators of Gallagher and Stevenson. Gallagher again, the one from, looked like my perspective on that replay, couldn't exactly see the number, took the hit, and him and Stevenson had the gloves off, exchanging blows, as well as a couple others. As the discussions continue on here. And as we await this, they've added assist on the Canucks goal to Jace Anderson. So I add him on the assist, winning the draw on the goal from Tyson Kunitz. And again, the primary assist going to Jacob Phillips on that one. And now the ref's over. The linesman at the Hawks bench. As the talk continues on with the referee, and see if they're gonna. Warfel steps into the ring for the discussion with number 15 referee. And we're ready to go here. So there's a 5-minute penalty on the Canucks. Showing on the board. As Stevenson gets ushered out. Just Turcotte and Warfel in, and that could be a big difference maker here in this one. 1 for 3 on the power play are the Hawks. The Hawks power play got them going in this one. Their lone goal shortly followed though by an equalizer for the Canucks. And now before the drop of the puck, Jace Anderson makes his way into the penalty box for the St. James, and they're going to decide to bring this faceoff out of the zone as Lewis gets set, ready to go here with Nicholas Collin. And we are underway. Hawks now controlling, and Pearson on the near side. He'll work that ahead. Briggs, he'll center that across for Lewis. Briggs, back to the point for Pearson. He'll play it across. Galvinia with it. Walks in. Waits. Pearson, he's open in the center slot. Scoops it up. He'll play it down low. He'll get it right back as Canucks pinch in. Loose puck right in front. Galvinia has to go. Can't hold the line. 15 to go. And we'll get you those penalties there. Just heard the 2-minute for boarding on Turcotte as that shot in deflected up and out of play. Great opportunity there. Walking in was Nathan Vigason. As here's his opportunity. Off the blocker and up and out of play. .2 seconds. And they're saying reset to 3.1. Trying to hear over the mic here. 3.1. Off the draw, quick shot. And that one doesn't get through. Quick opportunity there. Here's a quick look at it. And there's the total shots on goal. 14 in the period for the Hawks, 10 for the Canucks, giving us a total of 27 to 20 in favor of the Charleswood Hawks. And we will take a quick look here at the scoring summary. And you can also get your penalty summary once that is up to date for us there. Great opportunity again, as we said at the whistle there, Van Vigerson and just clips the mask there of Murphy. And your goal scorers here to start this one off. There's the power play. Brayden Stevenson getting his first from Tyson Van Alstein, and the 4 of Eric Kirkowitz at 12:42. And not too long after that, 16:27, it was the equalizer. Tyson Kunitz, his first MMJHL goal off a quick shot from the draw and picking up the rebound, banging that one home past Salmon. Jacob Phillips and Jace Anderson picking up the assist on the Canucks goal. And penalty summaries here coming your way. We'll get those ones at the end when they come in. First period, just the one for Wyatt Gallagher with the hold. Gavin Samacha, he had a cross check at 8:21, 11:52. Matt Parnell found the box for 2 minutes for the slash, ended up in a Stevenson goal. Brayden Stevenson then made his way to the penalty box at 13:54 for a slash. And then Quinzel Ruffings at 14:53 in between Aiden Wolfel for the Canucks and David Johnston of the Charleswood Hawks. And again, those penalties that happened there at the end following the boarding, we will have that following the intermission once we get the update info on that. And before we let you go for the intermission, we'll take a quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard in the MMJHL. Two other games in action. Out in St. Boniface, still 1-0. 40 minutes gone in that one. As that first period lead, the Express holding on tightly for that one, trying to shut out the final 20 minutes. Meanwhile, in between the Penn Valley Twisters and the Royal Knights, that one's 2-2 after 2. Wall and Guilford with the goals for the visiting Pembina Valley Twisters, and Reynolds and Maslow the goals for the River East Royal Knights in their home opener. Shots in that one is 24-18. Shot update in the Reals game, it is Express 27 and St. Boniface for 19. With that, I'm your host, Belly Brandt, along with my cameraman, Nate Noble, and we'll see you all following the second intermission, 1-1, following the 2 periods of play and 4:08 remaining on the power play for Charleswood. And welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Belly Brown. We get ready here to start the third period in this 1-1 battle. And those second period goals, Braden Stevenson getting it, or starting us off here with the power play goal on the third power play for Charles Wood of the night. And Tyson Van Alstyne got the assist, as well as Eric Kirkowitz. Time of the goal was 12:42. Tyson Kunitz, his first ever MMJHL goal from Jacob Phillips and Jace Anderson at 16:27. Got us gnawed up back at one apiece. Penalty summary was full. Caden Buffalo with the instigator to add to that list that we were going through after the period. And it was Galvin Samacha. He had a cross-checking at 8:21. Then at 11:52. Madden Parnell with the slash. Brent Stevenson with the slash of himself at 15:54 after he scored on the Pennell slash. And Warfel with the rough at 14:43, shared with David Johnson. Kid and Buffalo with the fighting at 19:10, again with the instigator add-on. Also Ryan Gallagher with the 10-minute misconduct and the rough. And Tate Dolinski with the 10-minute misconduct and a rough. And Lucas Turcotte with the 2 minutes for boarding. And again, Caden Buffalo with a fight and a game misconduct. All at 19:10. So plenty of love, like we talked about, shared in between these two teams. 4:08 remaining on the power play for the Hawks as we get ready to go to start period number 3 in this 1-1 game. Werfel in the draw, getting ready to go against Morrison. Shot totals for the previous period, 14 for the Hawks, 10 for the Canucks, totals of 27-20 in favor of the Charleswood Hawks. And the Zamboni door is down, we're underway. And not quite yet, we'll do it again. And now we're underway here. Third period action. Charleswood with the puck and the man advantage for the first fifth of the frame. Van Alstyne, he'll play that cross to Morrison. Morrison walks in, jamming it down low. And they couldn't work that one past Murphy. Cleared all the way down by St. James. And my goodness, would this be a big momentum swing for them if they can kill this one off. They've got 1 minute off the board. As Van Alstyne now with it. He'll try and play that one back to Stevenson. Doesn't quite get there. And instead, it's the Canucks clearing it all the way down. 3:25 remaining on the man advantage. Worked ahead. Galvinia. He'll play it across. And quickly into the zone. Franklin puts on the brakes. He had a couple breakaway opportunities to Galvinia. And that one works its way outside of the zone. Charleswood circling around. Quickly ahead is Sieber. Sieber with speed. Walks in. Tries to center it. And again, broken up. Great defensive play. Cleared all the way down the ice by Warsaba. Galvinia behind his goal. He'll play it up to Sieber. Sieber. Cross pass. Lewis splits the D. And now catches up to the puck. Takes a little bit of a hit. Works it away for Sieber. Sieber now to Lewis. Veteran line out there. And Fagerson couldn't connect. Here's an odd man opportunity going the other way. And just out of the reach of Colin. He had a breakaway earlier in the game. Couldn't get a shot away. Got a piece of salmon instead. Now Briggs, he'll leave that one back. And after not connecting on that one for Lewis, Galvinia will play it across. 2:10 on the man advantage. Looking for it down low is Lewis. And that one's cleared past Van Alstyne. He'll give chase, 17:52. Salmon works it to the far side. No one home but a Canuck. And that's Arneson. Arneson now with it. Tristan Arneson, he'll center it. And picked up here by the Hawks. Morrison quickly into the zone. And he'll cut through traffic, stays with it, circles around. 99 seconds remaining on the power play. And now off the stick of Morrison. Canucks clear that one all the way down as that time ticks away. Kirkowitz now with it. He'll work it ahead on the near side. Into the zone. Brandon Stevenson puts on the brakes. Van Alstyne scoops it up. He'll work it down low. Balfour continues on. Clear it all the way down the ice. 3 minutes gone in the frame. And down to that final 1 minute here of that 5-minute major. On the near side, Morrison gets through traffic, works it ahead, and quickly picked up. Cleared the other way by Aiden Werfel all the way down the ice. He'll give chase, let his penalty killers go for a change, as he'll try and keep the Hawks at bay before he goes for a change himself. Charleswood trying to get one last opportunity set up here as Morrison centers it across. Stevenson back to Morrison and can't feed it through traffic. Canucks clear with 30 remaining on the power play. Sieber back out there, second shift here of the man advantage of the frame. Works that ahead to Galvinia. Galvinia walks into the zone. Looks, waits, Troy Lewis back to Galvinia. And Lewis's pass, Bearson was right there, couldn't connect. Sieber now with it. He'll work it ahead. 5 to go in the man advantage. Sieber centers. Battle for the puck, broken stick. And with that, we're back to even strength. And can't see, it was a Canucks stick that broke, was Osterman. Comes to Osterman. He picks up a stick at the same time. And now worked ahead into the zone. And the Canucks wanted a penalty there again on a knee on Murphy. Thought he took one as he entered the zone, and the referee getting some choice of words given to him from that Canucks bench as he gives them back that broken stick. Play continuing on. Galvinia's pass a little bit off the mark there. Canucks will take it the other way. Loose rebound. Picked up, and Kurlock tries to get it out of the zone. Picked up and worked the other way by Purnell off a couple sticks. Circling back is Everett. He'll play it ahead up to Turner, where Saba instead picks that one up, plays it to Parnell. Parnell with it through traffic, has Arneson to help him out. Down low into the slot, and where Saba can't get a hold of that puck. Morrison who goes the other way, works it across, backhand. And the Hawks can't finish. Quick action here for Arneson as he'll work it the other way. Back to where Saba fires that one off the glass. Kunitz, he's got the lone goal here for his team as he'll play it in, goes for a change. Stevenson with the goal, works it back the other way for the Hawks. Off the stick of Turner, Frith plays that ahead. And Frith going out a little bit there, staring down Kulak on the hit. 14:06 on the clock here. Knotted up at 1 apiece in the third frame. I'm your host, Bentley Brownlaw, with my cameraman, Nate Noble. Bringing you tonight's MMJHL action from there, Coy Arena. Firth trying to work that one ahead. Stevenson jamming away at it. Kunitz works it in past Traverse. Him and Traverse exchange some cross checks and some words on the near side. Traverse works it ahead. And here comes Charleswood. Vigorson into the zone. Herkulitz with it, trying to center and scoop that one up. Instead, he'll work that one back and no one home. And just a swamp of blue sweaters trying to work it out of the zone. And here they come is the Canucks into the zone. Wilson leaves that one back. Can't get it to Brooks off a Hawk stick. Kunitz takes a hard hit from Traverse. And Van Alstyne clears that into the zone. Vigorson chasing down. Icing wave by the linesman. Vigorson now with it. He'll work that one back. Stevenson couldn't get his blade on that. St. James can't get it out. Galvinia holds. Galvinia now works it down along the goal line. Circles back. He's got Chance Traverse with him as well as Stevenson. In front though. Battle for it. And Ferguson whacking at it. And now there's some fisticuffs going round number 2. with exactly 13 minutes remaining in regulation. And as they continue to sort it out here, as we're ready to go. As Garingo gets set. As they still try and sort out where this draw is. Now it's going to come to the far side. Cohen in on against him. And that one went back here by the Hawks. Battle for it. Osterman trying to get his stick on it. Picked up here. And St. James. They'll fork it ahead. Galvinia with the puck on his stick. Turner. He'll play it across. All the way down in behind the goal. And Jordy tries to go back the other way. He's met by a white sweater. Ken Osterman kicks it ahead on the long stretch pass to Colin. Colin working through traffic. Can't find the puck on his stick at the end. Big hit down low and delayed offside by Werfel, or by Osterman there. Here's a hit that Osterman laid as walks into that one. Tries to get the momentum to swing back here for his squad, although it's going to come right back into his own zone following the offside delay. And following that offside, Lewis, he'll win that one back to the point. Kirklett's his shot, doesn't get through the traffic. Anderson now with it. He'll play that one all the way down the ice. Thought it hit a Hawk stick, and Canucks bench thought the same. .12:04 on the clock. As Lewis centers up, ready to go off the draw. And he'll win that one. There's a shot by Van Alstyne. Pad save into the corner boards. Canucks work it ahead as into the zone. Parnell plays it down low for Werfel in front. Canucks back to the line. Shot through traffic. Goaltender getting enough of that one. Deflected right in front for Werfel. Turns and spins as Parnell wide of the goal. Parnell now. He'll outskate that one. Working it around. Parnell still with it. Makes a nice move. Looks for the goal. Plays it into the slot and off a Hawk stick. And all the way down the ice. 11:20 to go. Loose puck. Siebert scoops it up. He'll work that one back and in through traffic. The Canucks now have a chance to work it the other way. Firing that one wide. Warsaba, his opportunity, loose in front on the rebound. And couldn't find a stick on that one was Anderson. He is an assist in tonight's game. Again, one of those rookies making his debut. Lewis trying to jam that one ahead. And he'll get it out of the zone for the time being. Quickly in, here come the Canucks. Skirmish for it. Worked free by Charleswood. Long stretch pass to the far side and some miscommunication there. Picked up by Wilson. He'll turn that one right back over to Franklin. And now Morrison down low. Giving chase. Kurlak with it. He can't reach that one. Puck picked up by Galvinia. Galvinia continues to cycle around. Galvinia staying with it. And he'll brush off a hit. Pick the puck right back up off the skate of Morrison. Into the zone on the far side. Comes Kurlak with it. He'll work it back. And Van Alstyne. Shot through traffic. And that one hits flat center in the Canucks logo on Murphy. 9:48 as we are in the back half here of the third period of this 1-1 game. A great, tightly contested game. Dolinski still in the box. And that shot just wide of the goal, as well as Gallagher. And some extra physical activity behind the play. And that's going out at the 13 for the Canucks of Kyer Jordy. And I can't see the Hawks number. As Jordy not giving up his hold. Now Phillips having a little bit of a talk here. Looks like it was Stevenson. That was Vigorson there. Nathan Vigorson behind the play, getting in on it. Or 17. That was a number 14. Still trying to. It is a 17. Sorry, a chance traverse. As they'll load up the sin bin again. And they want another Hawks. It's going to be a Canucks power play. So Briggs makes his way towards the penalty box. As Traverse closed the door, he didn't realize that there's another penalty. He got to put 3 Hawks guys in the box. Canucks 0 for 1 on the power play. They get their second opportunity here. They'll win that one back and can't hold it at the line. They got the momentum earlier on in this one as Phillips plays it ahead from the big 5-minute kill as Parnell can't get past the roadblock. Ward with it, and he's trying to hear that call. Didn't exactly hear what it was on Traverse's. Ward works through traffic, fires that one just over the goal. On the near side, Phillips. He'll play that across. Phillips now with it, works it down low. Phillips gets it back from Colin and across. Phillips with the puck on his stick as the Canucks cycle it down low. Battle for it continues on. Warfel centers that one, rebound, and off a couple of Hawks. Couldn't settle it down. Parnell now with it. Gets tied up by a Hawk. Walking in, firing, and just getting enough of that one in front of Salmon. And he might have taken a little bit of a whack from Ward there. 8:28 on the clock. Here's a look at that opportunity, and Salmon able to get a piece of that shot and deflect it up and out of play. So it's just a double minor rough for Traverse. As they clear out those penalty boxes a little bit from all the extracurricular activity at the end of the second period. Off the draw, Galvinia with it. And he'll just ice that one all the way down. 40 seconds remaining on the Traverse penalty. Served by Briggs. On the near side, Arneson, he'll play that one in. Salmon behind his own net. And Galvinia, he'll work that ahead, put it on the brakes to get past Osterman. Centering pass. Samacha picks that one off and fired right back down the ice by the Hawks. 15 to go on the man advantage as Briggs gets ready to go. Hawks defending well as that one works its way now up on the near side. Salmon plays that one. They're going to say deflected and up and out of play. I think you have to be careful here as a goaltender. And Eric Coy, of course, Salmon playing majority of his games here throughout his career. Used to that. And plays it perfectly there with the low glass all the way around. Off the draw. Battle for the puck continues on. Briggs joins the play as we're back to even strength. Battle for it continues on. Loose puck centering in front, and the Hawks able to clear it out of Sieber. He gets pickpocketed, but Briggs is able to clear it ahead. And Kerkowitz now with it. He'll walk in, playing as a two-way defenseman right in front, and couldn't get a shot away. It was the Hawks. 7 to go in regulation. Battle for it down low. Sieber in behind the goal. And on the fight for the puck, St. James plays it to the far side. Dolinsky works it down low. And that one gets by him. On the clear, Brooks giving chase. And he's Kunitz outraced the icing, trying to work it to Brooks. He couldn't get a clean pass away. Turner now with it going the other way. Evades a hook. Works it to Figerson. And he'll turn that one back over. Kunitz with Brooks. And Kunitz runs into a sea of white jerseys. Gets the puck bumped off his stick. Brooks plays it to the far side. Scooped up by Werfel. Knocked off the puck. Hawks work it out and now ahead. Turner through traffic. Stays with it. Can't get a shot away as that one just a little bit out of his reach. Parnell trying to dodge a hit. And he gets clipped. So that puck will end up here for Charleswood on their stick as they try and work it out of the zone. Worked ahead. Here comes Turner. 5:45 on the clock. Stevenson back to Turner. Turner trying to jam it home. And staying strong is Murphy to keep this one knotted up with 5:40 to go. Here's a look at the replay as nicely brought in by Turner. And on a little bit of a tic-tac-toe back and forth. Can't beat Murphy. Draw now coming to the right of Murphy. Off the draw. Galvinia fires. And blocker save on the opportunity. Worked across by Kurlak. Battle for the puck down low. Back to the point. Galvinia. He'll work it back. Van Alsten's shot is blocked. Morrison. He'll cut down low. Battle continues on. Galvinia spinning out of trouble. And now might have turned into trouble as here comes Charleswood. And Collin couldn't hold on to that pass. He'll work it across. Galvinia making up for it as he'll work it across to Franklin. Franklin couldn't get his stick on that. Icing waved off. Phillips works it across. Into the final 5 of regulation we go. As an overtime game would be fitting for these two teams. See if we get there or not. Franklin plays it ahead. Parnell works it around to the far side. Quick shot. That one gets blocked by Kurlik. And now walking in, firing is Collin. Rebound. Couldn't quite get there. Jammed ahead, free. Great forecheck by Parnell. Parnell. He'll continue through traffic with the puck on his stick. Watches the circle, goes to the top, leaves it off. Down low. Phillips crashes in. He'll pick that puck up. Works it in behind the goal for Murphy. And now Arneson with it. He'll try and center that one. Parnell with it. Tie up at the boards. 4 to go in regulation. Picked up here by Charleswood. And here they come. Kirklick, he'll leave that one off. Sieber trying to find the back of the net to put this one away for the home crowd. Won't go. Row blockade works for Galvinia. Galvinia to Sieber. Sieber to Galvinia. He couldn't get his stick on that one. In through traffic comes St. James. Salmachai. He'll put on the brakes. Off a couple sticks. Murphy takes a hard hit as he'll work it into the zone. Turner now cycling around as Morrison trying to pick a side from behind his own goal. Lewis ahead. Perfect pass. Walks in, fires in just over the net on the opportunity from Briggs. Turner battling with it. And Kirklitz gets away from Murphy. Gallagher now with it. He's been all over the ice. Be great to add him onto the score sheet. Canucks walk into the zone. Quick shot. Pad save. Juicy rebound. Gets through the goaltender wide. Back to the point. Summichel with the shot through traffic. Rebound. Smothered up and does not exist as Salmon jumps on that one with 2:35. And finally, we haven't had this all period. The penalty boxes are empty as Traverse exits. 2:35 on the clock here. In regulation, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with my cameraman, Nate Noble. Here it's Hawks Canucks on opening weekend. That shot wide of the goal. Battling for it, Traverse. He tries to clear that ahead, takes a hard hit. Cullen comes through it, Cullen fires. Rebound picked up just wide of the goal, then Traverse going at it. He'll lay a hit back on Ward as Ward fired it wide. Into the slot, Cullen couldn't connect, and the Canucks send it all the way down in. Murphy goes to play it as the Canucks clear it into their own zone on the air pass. 2 to go in regulation. Both teams fighting for that upper edge. And that one just off the mark. Battle for it down low. Another big hit by Traverse. Deflected in front, just wide of the goal. Viggerson now with it. Cullen holds the line. Cullen walks in, fires up and out of play off a stick of a Charles Wood defenseman. 98 seconds in regulation as Kurlik and Franklin skate out to join Morrison and Van Alstyne out there. Can't see the other defender there on the ice for Charles Wood as Van Alstyne works it ahead. Long stretch pass. Here come the Hawks into the zone. Kurlik plays it behind the goal. Picked up on the near side. Battle with it continues as Franklin works it to Van Alstyne. And then on the delayed offside, James Franklin comes free with it. Franklin walks in, leaves it back, and holding on for that one. And Franklin might have got a little bit too close. Kyer Jordy tying him up with 70 seconds to go in regulation in this 1-1 hockey game in between the Canucks and Hawks. Off the draw. Galvinia fires and deflected up into the netting at 66 seconds. So 4 ticks off the clock as they get ready to go again. Viggerson, Stevenson, and Traverse. Skate out, ready to go here. As the intensity continues on. Off the draw. Canucks. Phillips with it. Final minute of regulation. Phillips clears that one in. Will we have a late goal here in this one? Or are we going to both here give a point to each team and fight for more as Galvinia tries to work that ahead forward, continue to get tied up with Werfel. Werfel lost his stick. Now Galvinia. Galvinia walks in, makes a move, and can't finish. Here's an opportunity. Going the other way for the Canucks. Cullen walks in, fires. That one blocked. Here's a 3-on-2, and Galvinia has to change. So it'll be a 2-on-2 Traverse. He'll leave that one back. Viggerson shot, gloved and held on at 20.1 seconds. So a chance there for, well, it looked like a 3-on-2 odd man rush for the Canucks, but Galvinia out of juice. Has to make a pit stop first, and Canucks able to mitigate that what ended up being a 2-on-2 rush. 20.1. Following the draw, off the draw. One in the defensive zone by Phillips. He'll work that across to the far side at the line. Worked ahead. Charles Wood continuing with it. And they'll take a fall there. Walking into the zone comes Osterman. Osterman fires. And Salmon picks it up, throws it at Osterman at the horn. And as we head to overtime, so both teams with 12 shots apiece, gives us our totals here of 39 shots for Charleswood. Meanwhile, for the Canucks, they had a total of 32. Through 60 minutes of play, both teams picking up a point here as we make our way to overtime. And before we get set, see, don't have the replay. Nope, have that rush. Show you that opportunity instead. Or there's a hip. There's we talked about Traverse being physical. So 3-on-3 overtime. Sieber, Morrison, and Kirkowitz out there. And we are not switching sides, is what the referee just explained to both teams. Ward out there with Collin and Phillips. Collin in on the draw. And that one ahead, worked into the zone. Ward with it. Ward turns, puts on the brakes. Harrison trying to work the puck free from him. Sieber works it in behind the goal. And now Sieber. Sieber with the puck here. And a nice little spin move by Sieber. And Sieber plays it down low. Cuts forward, trying to get the pass in front. And turned over. Here's an odd man rush coming the other way for the Canucks. Collin has got Ward. And that pass is blocked. Collin stays with it. Ward calling for a change. And the Canucks will bring it out of the zone. Phillips now with it. And played now by Parnell. And he'll work it in. No change yet here for Charleswood. Parnell chasing it down. And again, a quick whistle as looked like Salmon, though, probably did want the change as he tried to quickly glove that away from him. Vilnia and Vigerson out there to join Lewis as they didn't get a change in yet. Off the draw. Canucks with it. Looking around now. Continuing on with it. Lasaba, and he'll take a knee there as he gets knocked down. Picked up the other way here for Lewis. Here comes Elliot Lewis. Lewis walks in and gets tripped up. Continues on. Galvinia puts on the brakes. Can't fire that one. Works it across. Back to Lewis. Lewis trying to end this one. Balfour continues on. Canucks now with it. 3:25 to go in overtime. Puck worked ahead on the far side. Arneson with it, puts on the brakes, fires on the far side, gloved, and held by Salmon at 3:11 in regulation. Werfel set on the draw, ready to go. One here, and Stevenson picks it up for the Hawks, trying to break it out. He's got Franklin with them, and Van Alstyne as a defenseman. Van Alstyne makes his way head ice. Van Alstyne leaves it across for Franklin. Franklin looks, plays it back. Still with it now, Stevenson. Across, Van Alstyne's shot is swallowed up at 240. Sieber and Morrison skate out with Kirkowitz. Meanwhile, for the blue jerseys of the Canucks, we got Colin Ward back out there with Phillips, who started this overtime period. Off the draw. Battle in front. Quick shot. Won't go. From Morrison. He'll work it back to the point. And across. Sieber. And he gets taken down. Continues on. Plays through the contact. Sieber. Cycling. Works it across. Kirkwood's back. Morrison fires. Rebound in front. Sieber holds it. 2:10 to go in overtime. Sieber behind the goal. Trying to cut in tight. Sieber's pass won't go. Collin picks it up. Here's the opportunity going the other way. Kirkowitz there. He's got Ward with him. Collin waits. And a great back check there by the Hawks. It's free for Sieber. Sieber going the other way. Walks in. Works it across. Puts it home. And it's over. The Hawks come back and finish it off as Morrison. Sieber passes it across and Morrison puts it through. It's a 2-1 finish here. And the Hawks get the win in front of the home crowd with just 106 seconds remaining in overtime. And the Canucks will go home, not with the result they wanted, but are able to pick up a win. Here's a look at the replay as Sieber works it across to Morrison, and Morrison, with the light touch, able to put it home. So it's the victorious Charleswood Hawks in their home opener against their rivals St. James Canucks with the 2-1 win. And we'll have your 3 stars of the game coming right up, followed by your look at the out-of-town scoreboard in this one. And as we get ready here to look at that, here are 3 stars here, starting this one off. Your 3rd star in today's game with 1 goal. He got it going here for the Charleswood Hawks and was able to break the ice on the power play goal. Number 28, Braden Stevenson. 2nd star in tonight's game, kept the team in it the whole time, and especially with some dangerous opportunities early on from the Canucks. He ended off the night with only giving up 1 goal against 32 shots faced in regulation. And that is Mark Salmon, the starting goaltender of the Charleswood Hawks, number 35, and today's 1st star in tonight's game. When it got mattered most, he was able to find the back of the net to lift them over the Canucks. And that was getting your number 1 star for the Charleswood Hawks, number 13, Nathan Morrison. And as we let you go here in this one, we'll take a quick look at the other games here and how these teams sit. It was the Transcona Railway Express and the St. Boniface Reals. They're also going to overtime as Brzezinski got the tying goal for the Reals. Shots are 35-33 in that one as they await the overtime period. And the Pembroke Valley Twisters fall at home, or fall on the road to the River East Royal Knights by a score of 3-2 as they got heavily outshot 42-24 in favor of the Knights. And it was Cody Allen getting the game-winning goal in that one with 3:33 remaining in regulation. Katema Wall and Josh Guilford getting the Twisters goals, and Graham Maslow and Kalen Reynolds, the other goal scorers for the victorious River East Royal Knights. And with that, we'll take a quick look at the standings and how these teams sit. So the Jets on top of the standings with the Twins both with 2 points, followed by the Hawks with 2. And the River East Royal Knights right behind them with 2, then 1 for the Canucks. And it will be following that who will ever be the Rail Express or the Reals. Whoever points out the second point in that one will move up into 5th place. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with my cameraman, Nate Noble. We thank you for joining us on today's broadcast, and we'll be with you live for our next game, and that will be Sunday afternoon at the Twisters take on the Raiders Junior Hockey Club at 2 p.m. Both those teams fighting for their first win. Meanwhile, we got Graham broadcasting again from St. Boniface as they'll take on the Canucks. That's the Canucks' next game as they'll try and work their way into the win column, and that's at 3 p.m. at Southdale Arena. And the next Charleswood Hawks game coming up, they are in Century Arena for a 6:30 game on Sunday. So there's the updates for your teams. Again, I'm your host, Bentley Brown, along with my cameraman, Nate Noble, signing off for this evening. It was a great hockey game here. Took us some extra time, but the Hawks, who started off, got it done in front of their hometown fans.